Getting ready to do a outdoor sunset workout on the beach. If you like what you see here, please subscribe, and I'll keep bringing similar videos. All right, hope you enjoy. All right, we're trying something different today. We're gonna lift weights out on the beach and see how that goes. Obviously not ideal, as everything is uneven out here on the beach, but it is a deload day. So hopefully, with it being a deload day, it's not too heavy to work through this uneven ground out here. So what we have on the docket to begin is going to be 3 sets of 2 deadlifts at 70%, which I think puts us at around 325, which we brought out basically the exact weight as to not to deal with too much of this. Obviously you can see it's a bit of a mess, but we'll hopefully have a cool little workout. Just gonna record the whole thing through. It's actually quite warm out, so the sweatshirt's a bit unnecessary, but I'm gonna leave it on anyway. I know the conditions out here aren't ideal, but I would be upset if I went the entire time living in this house without taking advantage of this view. It is pretty awesome. After the deadlifts, we'll have deficit deadlifts, which we'll do with essentially the same weight. Maybe drop the 10s. We'll see how we're feeling. This weight's going to be telling right here. So let us know if the unevenness of this terrain is too much. Again, I don't necessarily recommend deadlifting on an uneven beach like this. I'm going to be careful. That being said, that doesn't mean that I'm completely adverse to injury here. But I would be upset with myself if I never took this opportunity. Dale, I kind of need you to chill out. All right, let's see how this weight feels. This one's a bit heavier. That felt good. We're almost to the working sets already. I don't want to get him too fired up with the ball because he'll never stop if I do. Next up is the first working set. A little bit more difficult to get on out here. But once these are on, we'll be good to cruise through the deload working sets. All right, first working set. You can probably see Dale being bad in the background. There we go. Oh, those feel light. That feels good. Just 2 more sets of those. We'll give Dale what he wants. Although, it's gonna bite me. So just keep asking for it. Dale, hey. All right, we're gonna do second set here. Second set of 3. Oh yeah, these feel real easy. I'm liking them. The uneven terrain isn't really bothering me too much. Everything feels good. Let's go back to our screen. I'll entertain Dale for a minute. Where is it? Where's your ball? I don't see it. Let me see it. Let's go a little bit this way with you. There we go. All right, last set of 2. We're doing deficits. So I'll probably have to, what are we gonna use for the deficits? Should have brought more weight out, I suppose. So we'll do a pause instead since I didn't bring a ton of weight out. Last set. So like I said, we're gonna flex the pause. That doesn't really help me with what my weakness is for deadlifts. My weakness is ripping it off the ground. But since I don't have any extra weights out here to give me that deficit, we're just gonna do pause, which helps you more with lockout. But look at these views. You can't beat them. So what we lack in equipment out here, we make up for with this beauty. Keep showing you that sunset. All right, so we're gonna do now 3 sets of 2 paused with the same weight since it's deload week. We did 415 last week, which was supposed to be 405. So we'll likely just do 415 again next week. All right, let's check out how this pause deadlift goes. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice. 2 more sets of that. We'll kind of cruise through today's workout. So we have everything we need right here. And I'm gonna walk through a gym to find equipment. We got what we got, and that's what we're gonna work out with. So why are we doing deload today? Mid program. We're on week, I guess, 4 of 6, I think. Sounds about right. But with all these heavy compound lifts, every week you're progressive overloading, so adding weight means more and more fatigue of that central nervous system. So having this little break halfway through is going to help us as we climb through higher weights in the final couple weeks, and then max out on week 6. But we're still going through the motions. Accessories are about the same weight as they are any other week that isn't a deload week. All right, second set. Well, I got one more set of 2 of that. Then we go over to bent over rows, where we're gonna do 4 sets, 4 sets of 8, and drop down some weight. Yep. Come on. Hey. Right there. Dale. Come on. Use your nose. Hey, hey, Dale. Dale. All right, last set of paused deadlifts, and then moving on to the barbell rows. I'm gonna go out and get Dale's ball out there. All right, 2 reps. Make sure we don't get Dale. Man, everything feels beautiful, which I tweaked my back last deadlift session. So the fact that everything feels 100% right now is pretty awesome. I'm going to drop a bunch of weight off, and then we're gonna move right into rows. Cruising right along. We'll start pretty light for these, since everything's a little bit different today. Start with a 45 on here. And maybe add the 35 after that. 4 sets of 8. Where's your ball? You gotta find it. Dale. I know the sand isn't good for the bar, for the weights, or anything like that, but again, I ain't passing up this opportunity. Who knows how long we'll be in this house for. It's already taken me 6 years to do it once, so can't imagine we'll be here in 6 more years. All right, first set of 8. That's pretty light. Move up with another 70 pounds on there. I don't know where your ball is. No, it's underneath you. So putting the 35s on, and maybe just add the 10s after that. We'll be going for 15 minutes then. Say we're a third of the way through the workout. So, pretty good on time. I say a third because we got a lot more reps to do with the row and the good mornings than we do with the deadlifts and the deficit or the pause deadlifts. So it'll probably take a little bit longer to get through. Let me see. All right, second of 4. All right, since I don't have 5s, I'm gonna do that again for the third set. And then I'll make a 20-pound jump for the last set. I want to leave some room for the final set. Yeah, Wednesday is typically, or not typically, but when I was doing lighter deadlift weights during the last program, I would do them in the garage. I got plenty of weight to knock them out down there. And then as I got towards the end of that 8 weeks, I needed a little bit more weight than what I have. Plus this stiff bar makes for a little bit more difficult of a deadlift than the flexible ones that we have in the gym. But with this being deload week, able to do the lighter weight, so I figured I'd sleep in, do a garage workout, and then had the bright idea at some point that I can just bring it out here and get these amazing views. Whether that transfers over to the video or not, I guess we'll see. But can't imagine it's gonna be too horrible to watch. Tell you what, we're gonna go the opposite way with this. One, two. All right, nice. Got one more set of that. We're gonna go up 20 pounds. Wow, sun's just setting now. Got it? You don't want to play? It's fine with me, buddy. It's fine with me. All right, let's go up 20. Knock out this last set. And then we will get into some good mornings. don't know, maybe 35s for the good mornings. I don't want to go too heavy on those. Typically do reverse hypers, but don't have a reverse hyper machine available to me to wheel out on here, onto the beach here. So, good mornings serve a very similar purpose. All right, last set of rows and 3 sets of good mornings. I don't know why. Terrain out here is not bad. I thought I was gonna risk injury. I'm not saying that you can't get injured doing this, but all in all, it has been a lot more steady than I anticipated. All right. £35 good mornings. Sorry to be what? 115 pound. Good mornings. Not bad. We just gotta clean and snatch the weight, or clean and press the weight over our heads, which shouldn't be too bad. Sorry if I'm not coming clearly out in the mic there. Straining myself here. All right, 3 sets of 12. Then we're gonna be all set with our workout for today. Dale's still playing keep away. Hopefully I don't throw like a girl in the camera. All right, some good mornings. Here's the first set. 2 more sets and we'll be complete. I don't think Dale will ever be complete with Fatch. Just take a quick breather. We've been kind of flying through this, so half cardio since I didn't run today. That's Dale's typical fetch path there when I'm feeling too lazy to go out on the beach with him. But, he's got the life, I'll tell you. We both do. This is beautiful. Beautiful out here. Nothing but some sand between us and the Pacific Ocean. We got downtown San Diego to the north. I'll show you that later. And then Mexico directly to the south there. And then us. Smack dab in between. All right, second of 3. situated. There you go. All right, one more set. My apologies if the form isn't on par or isn't perfect. I am rushing through this a little bit because it's about to get dark. I owe Dale dinner. I owe myself dinner. So, form is taking a little bit of a backseat. My apologies. You get the idea. We are going to do one more set of good mornings, even though it's the evening, and then get to cleaning. I really do hope you've enjoyed this. I plan on bringing you some different things in the future. The trail runs are always beautiful, but adding this beautiful landscape to a weightlifting day feels pretty neat. Last set. Pretty uneven on this one. What's going on, morning or evening? All right, that's it. Friendly locals out there. Cool. So that wraps it up. Hope you enjoyed. This has been a pretty cool workout. But I'm Chris Burns. This is Chris Burns Fit. If you like this, please do subscribe, and I'll keep bringing, maybe not this same video, but similar videos. And we'll be in the gym every morning anyway. So hope to see you there, and take it easy.